I've added in some fun footage for today, so stay tuned. Okay, pre-algebra lesson 44 is proportions and slope. So first off, proportions. You are going to use cross products in order to solve a proportion. So here's a proportion which is two fractions that are set equal to each other. M over 10 equals 15 over 25. So I'm going to cross multiply. So I'm going to go M times 25 equals 10 times 15. So let's actually write this 25M, because that means 25 times M, equals 10 times 15. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up just dividing by 25 to both sides. So I'm going to do that right here. I'm going to end up with M on this side because 25 and 25 cancel, so I'm left with M. And then over here I'm just going to start reducing. So 15, let's see, 5 goes into 15 3 times, 5 goes into 25 5 times. And then we're going to go 5 goes into 5 once, 5 goes into 10 2 times. So I'm left with 1 in the denominator, 2 times 3 in the numerator. So I have M equals 6, and then that's the final answer to solve that proportion. So we're going to use cross products. The next concept in this lesson is slope. So let's talk about slope a little bit. Here's our definition. We have slope equals rise over run, or that's really how we find slope, is we do the rise of the line over the run of the line. So if we have a line that goes uphill from left to right, it's going up left to right, that's going to be positive. If we have a line that is going downhill from left to right, then that's going to be a negative slope. You know that a hill is steep when a sidewalk has stairs. Pullman is full of hills, up and down all over the place. This is one of the steepest slopes there is, so I thought I would use it as demonstration. So if I look at uphill, I'm going to have a rise. It's going to go up an amount, and it's going to run an amount. And they're both going to be positive, up and up. Okay, so positive over positive for the rise over run. So this is the rise, and this is the run. Okay, if we look at a downhill, then it's going to be a negative. This is going to be a run. But then going down is going to be a negative rise. So when you think of rise, you think of up, but in this case, rise is going to go down because it goes downhill left to right, so then that's going to be negative. So example number 2, what we want to find is the slope. So the slope is going to equal the rise over the run. So let's find the rise. It looks like we have a point at 0, or 4, 0, and then 0, negative 2. So my line goes uphill from left to right, so that means that it's positive. And now let's find out the rise over run. So it looks like we're going this way. We need to draw a right triangle and then draw down. So I make a right triangle to find this. So it goes over 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 4 for the run. And then it goes up or down 2, but it actually is going up because it's a positive slope. So 2 is the rise. Okay, so rise over run. So this would be 2 over 4, and then we want to put it in its simplest form, which would be 1/2. So the slope of that line is 1/2. Okay, example number 3, we want to find the slope again. So this one so happens to be already in a place where I can use the axis, the y-axis and the y-axis, the x-axis, as parts of our right triangle. So I can kind of think of that to be, here's our right triangle, here and here, and that will help me to find the rise over run. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out the rise, which is going to be negative. Notice this is going downhill from left to right, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, so it goes down 3, and then it goes over 2. So my slope, rise, is -3 over the run, which is 2. I can just rewrite that as negative in front of the fraction, -3/2, because it is a negative slope. So there's the slope for example number 3. So that's it for this lesson, and then we'll do some practice in class. And just for fun, I thought I would add in some extra footage of driving through the Washington State campus in Pullman, Washington, home of the Cougars. This is Stadium Way, which is the main road that drives through the middle of campus. And as you can see, we started uphill, going down a little bit, and then ending going back up again, so many slopes. This shot is from the top of the library, and it's looking out over the football practice field. So this was a pretty fun lesson to add in slope, because WSU Pullman is full of slopes all over the place.